for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right.
Okay. We're rolling.
Do we even know why we're here?
We're here to get into some shenanigans. We've got Brock on the mic co-hosting.
Yo.
We've got my friends, Paul and Patrik. Paul is the fabulous designer who designed my wedding gown. Welcome back to Scheananigans, guys.
Oh my God, one and only.
I
Yay.
know.
Yeah. So, honey, Paul and Patrik were on my podcast right when you and I met. We were not official yet, but there were talks of me maybe going to Australia.
Date, maybe?
I
It was the meeting.
Actually,
The meetings.
Sheena owes Paul. You wouldn't be sitting here right now. Paul didn't give her the advice to go and chase after you.
So
I don't know. Do we want to go that deep right now?
Yeah,
we're not sure.
We got married, so we're good now.
Yeah. We're good.
How'd that conversation go about then?
Well,
Take us back.
you can listen to the podcast, honey. You can go back and listen to
Yeah.
it. We talked about
I
you
gave
on
her
the
such
podcast.
I love
advice.
this. Oh, what full
Because
circle.
I encouraged her. I could see the twinkle in her eyes, and I was like, she's like, well, I
twinkle.
don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go, but and she was flying out that afternoon, like when we did the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
And
going
she's like,
to
I don't
Australia.
know, but you know what? I just met him once. I think we had a date, but I'm not really sure.
So
It
I'm
was
gonna
kind
fly
of
across
casual.
this country. I love this.
No, I just at the time, I didn't know if it was gonna turn into anything. It was like he's like a rugby player, and I don't know. But
Of course, we asked about your stats,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she was very clear on your measurements.
You passed that test.
How tall is he? How wide is he? How big is he? How thick he is? Like all the right
All
questions.
the right
yeah, they
questions.
wanted
Well,
the
'cause you're a
girth,
rugby
the
player,
length, all of
yes.
it.
It works. That's like
Well, you're
it
a
works.
rugby player. We knew you had really strong, big thighs.
And now, Brock, we really know you because we saw you in drag on everyone's crotch in
Yes.
Mexico.
Yes.
Yes, what was that? It was in my face.
That was Anita. Okay, Anita Treadmill, and she comes out from time to time. Yeah.
Yeah, so Paul, Patrik, and I met, I don't even know, 10 years
Yeah.
ago or something,
Over-
Beverly Hills
yeah.
working days.
Before
And-
Vanderpump.
Yeah, before
Yeah, before
Vanderpump,
Vanderpump.
like
Wow.
Villa Blanca before Vanderpump,
Yeah.
though. I mean, Villa
Yeah.
Blanca was there before Housewives.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes, it
so
was.
that's when we met. And then recently, Patrik and I found out that my grandparents, my mom's parents, and his parents were all like best friends and in the Knights
Yeah.
of Columbus together.
Who knew after all
Had
these
no
years?
idea.
Like went to the same luau's, the same events. Like we're best friends.
Yeah, like my
What?
parents had been to her grandparents' house a million
Yeah.
times. They'd been to our house.
My mom knows his parents and didn't realize those were his parents.
Yeah.
Okay, so you and I are out of the loop,
Yeah,
and I'll tell you why. Because
Yeah.
nobody knows who we are, right?
No.
Because
And
these
it was
two
bizarre.
never even shared any of that with each other the whole time because they're so you guys are so Hollywood. Can I say that? You two are such Hollywood bitches.
I mean, I guess there was never really a reason to bring it up, but
Right.
So how
never
did it
came
come up?
so Patrik's mom passed away recently.
Yeah.
And my cousin saw a photo that I posted with him on Instagram.
Yeah.
And my cousin was like, wait, Patrik? He's like, his mom just passed away. He's like, I know his mom. They were members of Knights of Columbus, and my family's very big in
Yeah.
the Knights of Columbus.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what?
And then she told me the name, and I called my dad, and he goes, yeah, we
like,
went to both their funerals. We were like best friends
Oh
with
my
them.
gosh.
They've
Yeah.
been to all our luau's. We've been to their luau. Like,
Yeah, I'm like the Simpsons and the Jenkins were definitely friends.
yeah.
So crazy.
So bizarre.
Well, okay, real quickly.
all
Knights
this
of
was-
Columbus. Can we just clarify for everyone listening back home that we're sitting at a round table, with it? Knights of Columbus is a what? It's like a social committee
Honey,
group?
I don't even know how to explain
They
it.
have
It's a Catholic
swords.
thing.
They've got
They
swords.
got swords there. I went there.
They've
It's
got
like
It's a
swords.
Catholic
community
cult.
group.
it's like it's a gathering maybe of
I honestly-
That's a
Catholic
cult.
men and women.
Sounds like a
That's
cult.
a cult.
And they do a lot of charity.
Yes.
And they
Yeah.
No, I've been to the actual build. I've been to,
To the
build.
hall,
I've
yeah.
been to the hall where they get together and they're very present in the community.
Yep.
They obviously, like you said, they have events, had charity events, have balls there and all that. So we've been
You
there
know who
for
the
a wedding.
president is?
Right now?
His dad.
My
Yeah.
dad was Grand Night. Yeah, many
Grand
times.
Night.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Many times.
But
I know.
speaking of
Go
charity
figure.
events and balls, Paul, you have designed so many custom gowns for so many celebrities. I have so many questions. I want to know, first of all, I don't even know if we talked about this on the last podcast, but I want to know how you two met and how you two met Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So the way we met was when I did Fashion Week in Bryant Park in New York many years ago. Mercedes-Benz, when it was still Mercedes-Benz doing it. I stayed with my fashion photographer friend who's really, really famous, who's on America's Top Model and Mexico's Top Model version of it. And he showed up when I was doing all my interviews for Style and all E and all
I was the
different
president
networks,
of the
right?
Modeling Association of America back then.
Oh,
Because I was
okay.
a model agent. And
Yeah.
so
he had a board meeting at the Waldorf Astoria.
Yep.
And I'm prefacing that because it's really, really key to the story.
So you'll know what a real bitchy is when you
But
hear
I
this.
had but I had no idea as I slapped him, right? I had no idea. So when I was doing all the interviews, now if I can just set the scene for you, I have all the beautiful new gowns, the interviews going on. I have gorgeous models behind me that are changing into the different dresses. They're doing photo shoots. They're doing all the different accessories, the hair. We're showing like a whole thing behind the scenes.
It's
as
like
to what it
chaos.
takes
Complete
Yeah.
to
New
get
York
into it.
chaos for
Yeah.
Fashion Week.
Perfect.
We're on Fifth Avenue, right?
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he walks in through the door, and from the corner of my eye, I could see, like, oh my God, he's wearing a suit, number one, and everybody else is naked doing cocaine lines, Chinese food being delivered, there's like pizza being delivered. I'm like, it's like New York City, like
Yeah.
midnight. It's crazy. And he walks in with a suit and a trench coat, and with
It
a
was cool
Palm
back
Pilot
then.
in his hand, and I thought to myself, who the fuck? Just like I couldn't, like, is he one of the models? Please take it off right now. I'm like, this is the one I want to see. And he sat there quietly playing on his phone.
I
sending
was
messages
working.
back
Thank
and
you. I
forth.
wasn't
Playing
playing
on
a
his
game on my phone. I
Well,
was
whatever it was,
working.
it was something, I'm not technological, so I couldn't understand.
You just saw
But an hour later, as I'm doing the interviews, it's winding down and all this chaos.
But also, too, this was 19 years ago, so nobody had, like,
Oh, yeah.
there wasn't a lot of phones.
Totally.
Not everyone had a phone.
Yeah.
Only, like, the really, if you had money, you had a phone.
You just
and,
age yourself to be 98.
Well, I'm not 98, but no, it was 19 years ago. I mean, it
19 years
yeah.
ago.
I was alive 19 years ago. I didn't have a fucking phone.
So the most interesting thing that happened at that point, an hour later, is he pulled me, and this is a studio set. So he pulled me.
Well, first of all,
pushed me
because he
into
kept
the-
staring at me all night, and I'm like, okay, I'm so done with this bullshit. Let me just put an end to this. I like this guy. I grabbed him, pulled him into the bathroom, pinned him up against the wall, and gave him a kiss.
Yes.
I didn't even know his fucking name.
Go for what you want.
yes.
So we know who the whore in the relationship
Yo,
is,
you
right?
know what? He takes control. Well
Yeah.
done. I love
Thank you.
that.
But
Oh, yeah.
but if you think of the studio setting, the scene was of the bathroom was a jungle.
Yeah.
So there's vines coming down the walls. You can't see the toilet or the shower.
So it's like in the middle of the Amazon
it's like
jungle,
You look like you're in the
basically, is what it looks
Amazon.
like, yeah.
So as he pinned me back to the wall, he's 6'2" and a half. And let me tell you, every half an inch matters. And he gave me this kiss, and I was like, oh my God, I just melted. And I look up at him like, oh my God, I've just been to heaven. And
Tarzan
I see
and
like
Jane
Jesus
moment.
in front of me.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But then when we came back out of the bathroom, I'm like, hold your horses, my friend. I'm from Beverly Hills. You just hold your horses. First, you took advantage of me. Then you shouldn't have done that because you had no permission. It felt good, mind you. But let's refigure this out. He goes, you want to go out and hang out? I said, I'm not going anywhere with you.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are taking advantage of me? And like, you don't even know me. I don't even know who you are.
I'm like, we could talk, we get to know each other more. You can, no, where are you staying? I'm like,
Yeah.
where the hell does it matter where I'm staying?
He goes, we're not going to go back to the hotel. I
Here-
said, but
here's-
I'm not going anywhere with you unless I know what hotel you're staying. He goes, but I go, you could be an axe murderer.
I'm like, I'm not an axe
Right.
murderer. You don't need to know my
You never
hotel.
know.
He goes, I'm not
never
going
know.
anywhere
You never
until you
know.
tell me where
Tell me
I'm
the
staying.
hotel.
So I'm like, okay, thinking, okay, bitch. I'm like, I'm at the Waldorf on Park Avenue. Now, would that not impress you?
Right?
You know what this bitch says?
What'd you-
Which section? Are you in the regular section or in the tower with the
Were you actually staying at the Waldorf?
I was.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
I have my own key card. I'm in the towers. I have a 1-bedroom suite.
Excuse
He
me.
was finally speaking the language I can relate to because I'm not going to go with some schlup.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
seriously, can you think? I mean, imagine
Exactly.
if you're staying in the regular section, you may have gotten a Groupon or coupon or something. I'm not staying there. Do you know what I mean? They have their own little alleyway.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going there. I want a key card up to the towers.
But we did. We went. Then we went out. We
Then I
talked.
said,
we hung out all night.
then I said, where would you like to
Exactly.
go? Let's go explore New York City.
Well, that's okay. Yeah.
And then our first
And-
date was 9 on Broadway with Antonio Banderas.
Okay.
And then
We
the
sat
next
right on
day,
right in the balcony, right
Yeah.
on top of the stage, and he put his hand on my knee the whole night.
I knew he was the one. So we left, and I went back
That's
to
so
Scottsdale,
cute.
and he went to Beverly Hills. And when he got to his boutique, I just had flowers sent all day long. He just
The
kept getting
next
flowers
morning, I got
all
there.
day long.
Yeah, and then when I called him, it was like maybe 11:30, 12, and I called him like about 10:30, 11. So I called him up and I said, "Thank you for the flowers. This is really beautiful." As another one,
And they kept coming.
and another one. Every,
love
It seemed
that.
like every 45 minutes to an hour, there was a big bouquet of
Yeah.
something being delivered.
That's so fun.
And I'm like, thank you so very much. I still have the note that he had sent.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is so nice. He goes, oh, I'm going to Mexico for a
For a
photo
photo
shoot. Do you want to go? I go, you know what? Let me check my calendar. Hold on. I told my assistant, get me on the first fucking flight to Arizona. I'm going to Mexico.
19 years later. Wow.
Yeah, you know what? I'll get on the next flight. Let me see if I can make arrangements. I'll call you on the way.
Went to Mexico, had an amazing weekend.
It was.
And yeah,
and
so
that's it. That's
And
all
I-
she wrote.
yeah.
I even remember the pebbles that hit that car. He had a Mercedes, one of the SUVs, and I'm like, it's gonna tear up the paint job. He goes, don't worry, I'll get another one.
Oh my gosh.
I
You're
was
like, perfect.
yeah,
this is the guy for me.
That's my man.
amazing.
I love that.
No, but
so,
since then we've been inseparable. Honestly,
I
we've
mean-
done everything together.
yeah, you guys have done so much, including your show, Gown and Out in Beverly Hills, has its 3rd season.
Yes!
Congratulations.
Third season.
On Prime Video.
Yeah.
We're now doing season 4.
Yeah,
Oh my
season 4 we're
God.
working on
Yes,
now.
we're
yeah.
doing season
Why didn't
4.
we film any wedding stuff for season 4?
I know,
Because they
right?
were cameras
Well,
down.
because
Yeah.
you
Season
already had
3.
your thing. We couldn't come over there with anything
Yeah.
else because you know
I
what
guess
they would have
that's
done.
true.
Hello.
What
Hello.
season was it that we did my podcast
2.
on? Okay.
Season 2.
Season
Yeah.
two.
That was
Yeah.
fun. That was a fun
Season
episode too.
2.
Yeah.
But the crazier thing then, since then, let's say we're doing the TV show and we're, in Beverly Hills still, at the store making all the gowns, and he's running the production aspect of everything. Our life is so intermingled with everything that we do on a daily
Yeah.
basis with so many different events that we have to be a part of just because of the show.
Yeah.
We went to 18 different countries right before COVID.
wow.
We filmed a travel show that's coming out next
Yeah.
year.
Oh my
on
gosh.
Prime Video.
So we went to Singapore. We were in Dubai. We did in
We
Malaysia.
did
we
Malaysia
like-
dinner in the sky where
Yeah.
they raise you on a crane like 6
Oh, and
stories
you're
up.
spinning
You're
your
Yes,
dangling
and you're having a
in
whole
the
dinner there,
air.
and they have a chef cooking
Yes.
for you and
Little
everything.
breezy.
It was great. And of course,
Yeah.
he pulled the lever, and then who knew that the chair goes all the way back?
Oh my gosh.
For fuck's sake, I'm gonna die.
Got it all on camera. It's coming out
Wow.
next
This would
year.
be the end of me. But it's been such an amazing
Yeah.
ride so far. And knowing you and when you came in, you're like, I the wedding dress, and here's my inspiration pieces, and what are we gonna do? And I remember the first time you came in, I was gonna show you swatches, and then he was like yelling at me. I'm like, what? Why are you yelling at me? Like, stop it! She's about to come. I need to be in the zone.
Yeah, they were in it, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait for them to finish.
Wait, we don't
But
fight.
no, you communicate. You communicate loudly.
No, it was
No, we
hilarious.
fight.
No,
I've seen the
he
episode. I've seen the season.
annoyed me so much, and I thought, oh my God, like I don't want to be that designer. I wanted to be there for you. And I told him, I
Sure.
said, you better not piss me off the next time she's going to be coming. I swear to God, you will not be allowed in on any of the fittings anymore.
So you guys have both been in the fashion industry. What was the first piece do you remember doing?
Oh my God, the gold thimble award that I got when I was in college, when I was graduating from the program. Because now I teach as well, right?
Yeah.
So the gold thimble is like the highest accolade you could get, which means you're top 3 out of the entire campus of the gowns that you made. And I made an evening gown, and I got the gold thimble.
Wow.
And he used to be a Versace model, and I had no
I did.
idea. So he used to model all day long, right?
Yeah, you guys are meant to be together. That's so
Isn't
good.
that crazy?
Right?
I
The
love
model and the
this.
designer just living it. Yes.
And we never met that way. Like you
know.
would think that we would go, you would go
Right.
through life, you know, you meet the same people, or
Yeah.
you go to the events and you kind of mingle.
But you were on the board when you guys met. Completely different element.
Totally different. And our mutual friend who they shared an apartment with
Yeah.
in LA before.
Joe Lance, the
That
photographer.
he knew him for years.
Yeah.
Our paths had never crossed, but we mutually knew Joe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And happened to be in New York at the same time.
Wow.
And it was just, it's so coincidental. And he was there, he was going to meet somebody else actually.
Oh.
And he wasn't sure.
And he
then
pinned
when
you
he
against
saw
the
me, that
wall.
was it.
Well, that was it. After he saw you in the jungle.
You know what I asked him though? Here's the funny question I asked him. I said, "What phone plan are you on?" He goes,
Oh
Sprint.
my God.
Because I didn't want to waste my minutes. You know back then?
I
Seriously?
remember.
I don't want to waste
what
those
hotel are you
Seriously.
in? Because, and then secondly,
But it wasn't unlimited plans back then. huh?
Yes. I'm like, it was
you were-
That's why you wanted to
Cell
know,
phone.
because you go, oh, good, because if you're on Sprint, we can do cell phone to cell phone.
I
I
remember
wasn't
that.
sure. I wasn't
8
sure it
p.m. I
was.
can unlimited text.
If you're on
7 a.m.
AT&T, fuck, I'm not going to call you.
Right?
I didn't know if I wanted to use up my minutes that way, and then it'd have to be him. I didn't recalculate. You got to get off the phone. Your conversation's dead. I'm done with you.
Oh my
So
God.
were you on Sprint as well?
I was on
Yes.
Oh,
Sprint.
perfect.
Made
I
it
was
easier because the
Verizon
minute
back
I got
then.
to the airport, he got me a limo to the airport.
Yeah.
And I remember when I drove away and he drove away, he was like a little kid that turned his head in the back of the limo and just staring at the car to make sure that I was leaving.
Yeah.
How do you not love a person like that?
Right.
Aw,
They don't
thank
make
you,
him
babe.
like him anymore, except for that's why we wanted to know who the hell you were when she.
Listen, I think that's what love is, you know? I think when
Yeah.
you find your person, you realize, like, oh, okay, this is what this means, you know? It's a different
Yeah.
feeling for me. And
You
I,
just
and I
gotta
think
take
you
a
guys have it.
chance.
Yeah, and you got to commit and just jump in and then...
And people always
And be
say, like, how are you
vulnerable.
guys together for 19 years? We're not married yet. We're getting married next year, by the way. We'll send you guys
Oh
an
my
invitation.
gosh.
That's going to be
That's
huge.
gonna be wow.
You get another gown.
Oh my God, I love this.
And you know when he came to LA, and you know you're asking about Anna Nicole, and when
Yeah.
he came to LA, I said, okay, so we're gonna have dinner with some of my friends. You know, do you want to go? He's like, oh, okay. So we went and had dinner with a couple of friends. Then we're doing something else, and I go, oh, we're gonna go up and go see my friend Anna. You know, because you say like, I'm gonna go see Eileen, I'm gonna go see Alice,
Right.
you know, Vartui or whatever. You
I'm
like,
like,
you just
Anna-
use
Anna
different
who?
names.
He goes, Anna
goes,
Nicole.
Anna. He goes, Anna Nicole.
I'm like, Anna Nicole Smith? Oh my God, I love her.
He was like, what? You know what?
How? How
Like,
did you
when
meet her?
When I said all the other names, he was like whatever. When I said Anna Nicole,
Yeah.
it was like it was jumping out of his skin.
Well, yeah, she was iconic.
Iconic.
So we go up to her house. He goes, so where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna meet her? I go, oh, we're just gonna drive up to the house. He's like, to Anna Nicole's house? Like all the gay that he could muster up that was hiding
Oh,
inside
my God.
suddenly jumped out. And
But
when we
but
got
she's
there,
amazing.
they became such beautiful friends
Yeah.
with each other. And the fact that Anna respected and loved me so much because I knew her for so many more years before
Yeah.
he ever came into my life, that she extended that friendship to him and said, you know what? I mean, Paul, I know Paul, and she tried to set me up with so many guys, hairdressers, stylists.
Anna thought, oh, you're gay?
nail.
You have to be at the makeup artist or hairstyle. He's like, what?
I'm like, Anna, no girl. This ain't that kind of man. No girl.
Yeah.
So Waldorf Astoria, key card, tower. I said that's the one for
Spring,
me.
Hell yeah. So you have your Anna Nicole book being
Yes.
turned into a major motion picture now.
Yep.
Huge.
That is
Movie.
so incredible. Congratulations. How much can you tell us about that?
Where our friendship and our story that we put onto the pages that we started with because we were grieving for the loss of our friend.
Yeah.
And he was typing, I was talking, he was writing. We were reminiscing about all the stories
Yeah.
that we shared. And I can't explain it, but it felt so good. It was kind of cathartic just to be able to share these intimate moments that we had with her that nobody else even knew about.
I think
It's all
putting
behind
it
the
on
scenes.
paper on the computer was really helped us process her the death
grief.
of her and the
Yeah.
grief
Yeah.
because she was our best friend. I was always on the phone with her, always talking to her, and then suddenly she's just gone. And it just was so, horrific. And then she
Yeah.
left her daughter behind. And
I know.
You
I
know,
remember that.
we named Danny Lynn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, we came up with the name.
We
Yeah.
took
Oh,
care.
wow.
We
Lord.
raised Danny Lynn for the first 6-7 months of her life from when she was born.
Yeah.
Wow.
Until Larry came into the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
And then-
but the movie is amazing because they're basically taking our book, and we've talked with, right now we're talking with Lily James to play Anna Nicole because
that was going to be my next question.
Wait.
Wouldn't she be great?
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
played Pam, and she would be amazing
Oh
as
my
Anna
God.
Nicole. So we're kind of going there. I've already talked to the agents for KJ Appa to play me in the
He's
movie.
from Riverdale.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I
So-
love him.
playing-
Doesn't
Yeah,
he look
okay,
like
who's-
him?
Yeah.
And
We-
he's a real blonde. Like his
I
hair
love
is.
this.
I know.
I know, right?
So we
And
talked
then-
with the agents for Darren Chris to play Paul. That's
Yeah.
our wish list for Paul.
You've met Darren. We,
Yes.
So-
Tramp Stamp Grannies.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think he's perfect to play Paul.
Yeah.
And then we talked with Lucas Gage to play Larry Burkhead.
Oh my God.
So
was
it's like
in,
it's all kind of coming together.
Euphoria.
He was in,
Or-
no, in White Lotus.
White Lotus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
just
he was on
won the
Euphoria,
Emmy.
He
too.
might have been in
Yeah.
Euphoria
Yeah.
too.
He was
I
in
think he
too.
was actually. And he's in
he
the
was
new
the party guy in White Lotus.
and he's in the new show You, season
Yeah,
4
he's
coming
in
out.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in You.
His dad is my doctor.
You guys got all the ins and outs of Hollywood here.
Wow.
So
Well,
that's kinda
hopefully,
cool.
I know it's going to be a great, beautiful tribute to explain how and what a beautiful person she was.
Yeah.
What an amazing embodiment of enriching soul and just her entire, like, I can't even explain. Like, she was this beautiful, gorgeous, sensitive, amazing human. Just
But
human.
besides that, she was such a trendsetter. I always like
Yeah.
to say
Totally.
because number one, she was the first reality star. There was
Yeah.
no reality.
Well,
There was
you
the
know we were on her
Osbournes,
show.
Trim
Real
Spa,
World,
baby.
and her. That's it. Yeah.
Love my bod. I did that at your wedding.
Yeah.
When I was at the
Exactly.
hotel room, I was adjusting one of the girls' dresses. I was like, "You love my bod." They were so drunk. I swear to God. You
That
had so much alcohol
was
at your
fun.
wedding.
it
Sheena,
was
I
an
don't even know.
all-inclusive
It was
resort.
all-inclusive.
It was
was
ridiculous.
awesome.
Let me
I
tell you,
know.
I think they ran out of alcohol at that place. There wasn't one given second that they didn't have a cocktail
No.
in their
Did
hand.
you guys
Totally.
enjoy the wedding?
Amazing. Yeah, it's so much fun.
Oh my
so
god, I
much
cried all
fun.
day. All day I cried.
Yeah.
But it was happy tears. Like I felt like everybody there got the message of what we were doing, and it was celebrating love and
all
of it.
all your guests and all
Yeah.
your friends that were there that we got, some of them that we knew, some of them that we got to meet, some of them we'd heard about that never really knew that, traveled across the waters.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we talked to a lot.
people.
Like, we're friends with a lot of them now.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Beautiful
I love
people.
that.
We
Your
got-
sister was messaging us on her way to
my
Alaska.
mum was so thankful. She's like, because we don't get it like that in Australia. We grew up on a farm. It was completely, my world now is completely different to what we're used to.
Oh, really?
And so for her to kind of come over and see her younger son, what the people I've surrounded myself with,
Yeah.
and the quality people, and she was just like, she was so happy, and the love
Wait,
you gave
Sheena,
her.
I never asked you. You never asked him what hotel he was staying at in Australia.
I told her we were staying in the Outback.
Wait, 'cause
Outback.
where did I don't even remember
How
where
did I go
feel like
wrong with you?
Actually, I got us the hotel in Sydney.
She did.
I had a hookup in Sydney because I was just there 6 months prior.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, I have to stay at this hotel again because it was awesome.
And then I surprise tripped her to Bali. I
Yeah.
told her we were going
Bali,
to
that was
Uluru, but we
That's one
hopped
of
on the plane.
my
and
most
best.
favorite countries in
Airbnbs.
the world.
Oh my God, I
It's
know.
a
They
little-
love Bali.
We
I
wanna
love
get a house
Bali.
there.
We
Yeah.
do, I do too, but the problem with Bali, and this is like, I don't want to finish on it, add that, but Bali isn't first world, so there's a lot of crime that
Right.
goes on there, and a buddy of mine just got back from Bali, told me a horrific story where he pretty
I
much
haven't
got
even heard the
extorted
story
out
yet.
50 grand.
What?
Oh, well,
Because he was living the
Whoa.
life, and then people came up to it.
Okay, so let's move on from crime in Bali. Let's go back to Dubai.
Happiness. Yeah,
So,
wait, Dubai.
you guys, I know you've been to Dubai. Is this
Yes.
where you met some of the housewives of Dubai? Because, honey, I don't know if you know this.
Oh, I know
but
this.
Paul designed
Yep.
2 of the gowns on the
Two
Dubai
best
Housewives
ones, the number
reunion.
one looks.
I know.
They were so good.
Yeah.
The number one looks. I'm actually doing a dress for Sarah.
For the
For
Emmys in
Wow.
Dubai, like the
in
Emmys of Dubai.
Oh my
yeah.
God, my gown's gonna be at BravoCon.
Yeah, on display, Bravo.
It's gonna be on display at
Nice.
BravoCon.
I love that.
And because it was like the very favorite one
Uh-huh.
that they liked. Both of them were, but
Yeah.
she's gonna take hers. And I knew Sarah from before she was even a housewife.
We judged a beauty pageant with her a few years
Together.
back because we go to Dubai all the time. We've
Yeah.
been there several times, and we judge
Okay.
a pageant.
Well, all the princesses and everybody's a princess and a sheik in Dubai and the Emirates
Right.
and Riyadh and KSA.
Yeah.
So they all come to my store shopping at the boutique in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
So it wasn't anything different when I go there. I speak Arabic as well because I was born in Kuwait, so I speak the language.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
shit. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
But when we go to Dubai, like we go like rock stars. Our friend Abu Saba, he's the one that bought the royal license
license
plate for $9 million.
Yeah.
On just to put on
Number
one of his
5.
rolls.
Just to put on one of his cars.
And so we go to Palm Island.
One of the rolls.
One of the rolls.
That's all
yeah,
he's
you're
got.
right.
He's got like 10
That's his
houses. You can land a 747 in his living room on Palm Island. We
He
go
owns
there
half
and
the
Well,
palm.
listen.
he just
next-
walks out and
next
he goes,
trip
pick a rolls. Which one do you guys want for the week? Just take a car. And we'll
We had a car driver,
Wow.
but so we don't understand the crime stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, no, that's a different
We were
world.
loaded with guns, baby.
and
Well,
when
you
you're
were-
driving the rolls with the royal license plate,
Yeah.
every car on the road,
Yeah,
just-
they're not supposed to pass.
They
you.
can't pass you, so they
I
just
had no
stop
idea.
Oh,
on the side.
because they literally, there's like a hierarchy on the road. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that's royal. Sorry, red lights for you.
Sheena.
So
So here we are. We're
This
sitting
is
in the
like-
car. We're sitting in the car and we're driving down the road, right? Like on the highway, and we're going from one place to another. I had no idea. All of a sudden, I see that the car, and there's nobody in front of us anymore. You know how traffic moves?
Yeah.
And you see cars pass you by. Suddenly, I see like there's nobody else.
Nobody.
All I see is the skyline and the sunset, the desert dunes, and I'm like, and I turn around looking behind me, and I'm going, why are they all behind us? So I tap the driver on the shoulder, and I'm like,
What's going on?
Keith had that.
Yeah.
Like,
Keith had it?
like, what's wrong with this? And he goes, oh, we're in the number 5, my friend. Number 5.
That means they can't pass.
So because the royal license plate is 1 through
Oh.
7.
Yeah.
And
So they
he's got
see the
number
5 and they pull over.
They have to be behind us. So, and when we go into the driveway, like let's say in Jumeirah, like we're going to go to Jumeirah 5,
Yeah.
when the car is going to drive in, when they see that car, it stops at the edge of the road. Before it goes into the driveway, they clear out the driveway.
Yeah.
Before this one pulls in, no one else is there.
Like we go like rock stars
So
and we
when
go
we
to
come out
That's
of the
crazy.
car,
How fun.
I was like, oh,
Excuse
get
me.
used to this.
Well,
we need to get some license plates going over here.
right? You're also
Yes.
going to be rock stars at LA Fashion Week, which you're opening coming up
This
on
weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah.
And you guys aren't going to be here. You're going to be in
Saturday.
Vegas.
Where are you guys going?
I know we're in Vegas this weekend.
Oh my god!
I know.
Can I go to Vegas instead?
So, can anyone go to the fashion show, or what is there to
Yes,
expect
all
at Fashion Week this
welcome.
weekend?
Yeah, they can send me a DM and then we can put them on, tell them how to get connected to go. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Fun. How long have you been designing for?
Ever.
Since I was 12. Honestly, since I was
Really?
12 years old. It's
Wow.
I've been living the dream of living the life that I've always wanted to since I was 19 years old.
That's so great.
When I got my degree, my second degree, when I was 21 years old, and I was like, I got to hurry up and do this because I need to start working. And I started my collection when I was 23. I was selling in Saks, Neiman's, Cachet, Nordstrom's, Holt Renfrew, you name it, around the world, and in
Henry
Dubai.
Bendel.
Henry Bendel.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I opened up the store because I said, what's the next step?
That's
I
cool.
said, Valentino has a store. Yves Saint Laurent has a store. I want one.
How long have you had your store for now?
Almost 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Same
amazing.
spot. And I had opportunities
Same
to
location.
move.
I
Same
love
phone
that.
I
number.
had
everything.
opportunities to, like make it different or go places or move walls. And the first lady comes up to me and says, "Why do you need to move? This is so you. We come here. I come here." Because when she came in, because my gown travels the First Lady Museum in all the different capitals across the country.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Well, I come. Everybody else comes. This is so you." And since then,
That's it.
I never thought to ever leave to another
Yeah.
like I'm like, this is me. You like it or not? Come.
I love it.
Just come
I love
visit.
it. I love
Come
you. I
hang
love you
out.
guys together. I love hearing your story. I didn't know all of this. And
Yeah.
now I want to travel to Dubai with you guys too.
I know,
Oh
right?
my God, we love to travel though.
Yeah.
I mean, we love to travel, so it's exciting.
So
it's
we've
exciting.
got Fashion Week at the Fashion Life Tour this
Yeah.
weekend. We've got season 3 of Gown and Out in Beverly Hills on Prime Video. What can the fans expect to see this season? Who are some guests? Is there anything you can?
Yeah, who are some guests, Patrik?
Abby Lee Miller is
Okay.
coming out.
Ooh.
We shot with Adrian Malouf. That was a
We
lot
did a
of
cover
fun.
of a magazine with her.
I got my
What?
Brazilian butt lift on TV.
Yeah, if you want to see some crack, tune in.
Love that. Well, congratulations
Thank you.
on everything you guys have accomplished. Your relationship, just the success of that for 2 decades is
You know,
amazing.
it really means something, because I think a lot of people give up
Yeah.
on so much, whether it's a career, a friendship, a love interest, family.
Yeah.
I think COVID has really evaluated things differently and put perspective
Yeah.
and priorities in a
Definitely.
different context. And I would hope that people take a little more time, respect each other a little more. I mean, I respect him with my heart. I mean, we yell, I scream.
Oh, we can get into it.
I mean,
Let me tell you,
all couples do.
I can make that entire building move. But at the end of the day, I know that I have somebody who loves me, who cares about me, really thinks that, wants to be in my life and loves what I do. And it's equal.
Yeah.
Because I love what he does. I have a passion for everything that he wants to do. I want to encourage and support all the things that he wants to be a part of. And if you can't bring yourself to not make it me and just make it we,
Yeah.
it's so much easier.
It is.
Because if you turn to me upside down, it's we.
It's we.
Wow.
I love that. I love you guys.
Let's.
Tell everyone where they can find you.
Well, Paul, Paula
Don't tell
too.
them which corner
Oh.
I hang out at, bitch.
Paula too. Patrik Simpson. Gown and Out in Beverly Hills. It's all
Paul
in.
P-O-L.
Yes, P-O-L.
POLATTEU. Follow me. I need some followers.
Yes.
I need to build my community a little bit bigger and stronger with a bunch of really, really A-list bitches. Come on, people.
Hell yeah.
And Patrik is P-A-T-R-I-K.
Yeah.
Simpson, S-I-M-P-S-O-N.
Oh my God, Snow White.
Yeah, Snow White 90210.
Oh my gosh, y'all, they have the cutest dog ever. So,
And we're launching a product line with Paula too on Walmart.
oh my god.
Actually, so whole like
my
yoga
God.
pants and
I'm gonna
Yeah,
send
we're
you
gonna
a
use some
whole
cool yoga
bunch.
pants.
Oh my God, as soon as it comes in.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Probably extra small for you.
Yeah, extra. I'm back in an extra small. Yay. Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks
I
for
know you're
having
both
us.
so busy, but this was so fun.
We're going to a
Well,
Netflix party.
Yeah, we're on our way to a Netflix premiere after.
Oh yeah. Okay. Go have fun. We're on our way to Sugar Taco.
Fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for
We
listening.
love you guys.
Talk
Love
to
you
you
guys
next
back.
week. Bye.